You're all naked. That's how I'm doing this. You look fabulous, but you're all naked. To the casual observer, I'm outer borough New York and sharp-tongued, 99% leather Tuscadero, 1% pinky. But come a little closer. You'll find that I'm just a crispy shell with a soft, gooey center, much like a Ferrero Rocher. I'm molten mush, especially in these, my about-to-be menopausal at any second years. Suddenly, there are random things in life that are somewhat understandable, but mostly strangely abnormal for me to cry about. Now, I'm an emotional idiot. But I'm particular about my mush. If I'm going to lose it, it won't be for a formulaic chick flick or pastel-tinted pictures of babies kissing in diapers, or about anything printed with the word LUV on it. I cry about Bing Crosby singing I'll Be Home for Christmas, an obvious choice. I think of my grandfather, a World War II infantry soldier in the 7th Cavalry, sleeping in the cold in a hay barn in Belgium, and wondering if he'd ever be home for Christmas again. That makes sense. I cry at the final scene in It's a Wonderful Life when Harry Bailey arrives with fake asbestos snow on his uniform, lifts his glass of mulled wine or punch or whatever the hell swill it is that Mr. Martini brought in from the bar and toasts his big brother George, the richest man in town. It's an annual tradition for me to weep openly while watching the film and wrapping presents on Christmas Eve, and for my sweet Jewish husband to wonder aloud why Gentiles torment themselves so. Strangely, I also weep at the sight of bad street performers. I imagine them applying all that silver body paint, giving themselves that morning pep talk in the mirror saying, "This is it, Phil! This is the day you nail the robot!" And then they don't, yet again. Heartbreaking. The naked cowboy is the only exception to this rule. I don't cry for naked cowboys. Not anymore. I feel the same way about puppeteers. I have to sit near the exit at puppet shows in case I have to bolt from the room in a fit of sobs, because I imagine that all puppeteers of a certain age are single and lonely. Oh, it's a novelty to date a puppeteer in your early 20s. Have you met my boyfriend? He's a puppeteer. He's very expressive with his hands. By your 40s, it's just creepy. I picture him eating undercooked ramen noodles over the sink in his tiny kitchen after he comes home from work, gulping orange juice out of the carton. There's no significant other to lovingly massage his hands with arnica gel when he arrives home, and to listen when he needs to vent about the guy who works the baby Jesus puppet in their holiday production. Because everyone knows that the guy who works the baby Jesus puppet is an asshole. I cry at the Oscars death reel every goddamn year. My husband and I were inconsolable in the back-to-back years of Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon. People brought over casseroles. I cry about old Yankee players, Greg Nettles' quadriceps. The closing ceremonies at the old Yankee Stadium made me dissolve into snorts and fits, and I was raised to be a Mets fan. I cry about lots of Muppety things, the Rainbow Connection, old clips from Sesame Street, Snuffleupagus. The old David, the one who shot himself or died from a drug overdose, something bad. God. I cry about that ungodly song, The Living Years by Mike and the Mechanics, that stupid fucking song. It always plays in the supermarket while I'm running in to buy a goddamn half.